Creating channel groups.
In Brainwave, we can define both groups of channels and units if spike detection and spike sorting have been performed. These groups can be stored in BXR files for fast visualization and data extraction. We're going to start by opening a BXR file in which spike detection, spike sorting, and burst detection have already been performed. In the Advanced Workspace, channel groups are visualized in the Channel Groups window and can be created by manual selection or by setting parameters to filter your data. In this video, we'll show how to manually select channels to create groups. Watch the next video called Channel Grouping to see how to filter your data into channel groups. Create a group by dragging on an area in the MEA viewer. Then go to the Channel Groups window and click Create New Channels Group. Here we can change the name of our group, the color, and click Add Selected Channels to add the channels we have just selected. Then click OK. Here we can see that the channels have been selected and are represented in the MEA viewer. Additionally, we can use any of Brainwave's selection tools to make a selection to add channels to our groups. For instance, we can use the lasso tool to make a more precise selection. Then, through a similar process, we go to Create New Channels Group. We can change the name of the group, the color, and click Add Selected Channels. Groups do not have to be created based on contiguous channels. For instance, we can use the Magic Wand selection tool to select discontiguous channels. Once we have made our selection, we can create a new group. Additionally, we can add or subtract channels from our groups by clicking on the group itself and using our selection tools to select an area of pixels. To add our selection to the group, go to the icon and click Add Selected Channels in the Channel Groups window. Now we see that our group has expanded to include the new selection. To remove channels from a group, click the group, make a selection, and click Remove Selected Channels. To show or hide the groups on the MEA viewer, go to the Show Channel Group underneath the color threshold. Clicking once will hide the groups, and clicking again will show them. Additionally, we can show or hide individual groups by going to the Channel Groups window and clicking the eye icon to show or hide. In addition to being able to change the group colors under the window, we can also see more information about the groups. For instance, in this column, we see the number of channels represented in each group. Because we have performed spike sorting, we can see the number of units that are comprised in each group. Furthermore, we can change the name of the group by double-clicking on the group name here. We can merge groups by using Control-click to make a multiple selection. Then, going to the icon here, we can create a new group as the union of the selected channels. Here, we see that our new group contains the pixels that were previously selected in Group 3 and Group Name, as well as the selected units. There are other features to merge groups. For instance, if we Control-click our groups, we can also create a group as the intersection of the selected channels, and creating a group by subtracting the lower channels group from the topmost channels group. Furthermore, we can create a new group by excluding the overlapping channels. Groups also make it easier to visualize data. For instance, going to the Raster tab, we can go to the Raster settings and change the display from selected units to visible groups. Here we see the data corresponding to the color of each group. Furthermore, we can also choose to display by selected groups and then using Control-click to make selections. Similarly, we can use the Average Firing Rate tab to view our data. By changing the display from selected units to visible groups, we can see the average firing rate for each channel. When we export our AFR data, in the resulting Excel file, there will be a tab for each group